Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children, welcome to our online teaching academy Ekalaiva. Board CBSE, Class 6, Subject Science, Topic Air Around Us, Part 1. One of the first thing we learnt in lower classes about the air is all living things including plants, animals and human beings need air for breathing and respiration. Without air they would not be survive. We must also know that we need fresh air and clean air to breathe. Why do the following need air, children? See, fish need air to breathe in dissolved oxygen. Earthworm need air to breathe in oxygen in the soil. Of course, the ball also need air. Why? To inflate. Leaves need air for photosynthesis as well as for respiration. The airplane also need air to get uplift force. The candle need air for burning. Have you ever seen air, children? No, you might have not seen air, but you can feel the presence of air in so many ways. Air is all around us. Air is all around us. We do not see air, but we feel it around us. How do you feel it? We feel it when it moves. We also know that it is full of dust and smoke. We breathe easier when the air is fresh and clean. To show that air is all around us, let us discuss about one activity. For performing this activity, we need the materials: a bucket of water, a mug or a glass, and a crumpled paper. What do you mean by crumpled paper? Crushed paper. What do you do with these materials? Take an empty mug. Take an empty mug or a glass and push a piece of crumpled paper to its bottom. What do you observe? Turn it upside down. You turn the glass or mug upside down into the water and press it down as far as it moves. See what happens. Observe what happens. After that, now tilt the mug while its mouth is under the water. Now tilt the mug while its mouth under the water. Under the water. What do you observe, children? See, as in the first case, something inside the glass, it exerts a pressure that does not allow us to push the glass into the water. Push the glass into the water. It also does not let the water to enter into the mug. Therefore, the paper remains dry. Upon tilting, you see bubbles rushes out from the mug. Then water fills the mug and the paper gets wet. What is the science behind this, children? See here, the empty bottle, the empty mug, it is not empty. It had air in it. So that the water could not enter into the mug. For the water, there is no space for the water to fill in. Is it clear? Then when you tilted the mug, the air bubbles escaped out. and then the water enters into the mug and the wool and the paper gets wet. From this, what will you conclude? Air is present all around us. So this activity shows that air occupies space because the mug had air in it, so that it does not allow the water to enter into that. After tilting only, the water enters the mug. Is it clear? So the air occupies space. Air is present all around us, and air is colorless. It is colorless and it is transparent also. Is it clear? You can try this activity in your home also, children. Next, we are going to discuss about what is air made up of. Air is made up of 78% of nitrogen and 21% of oxygen. The 1% consists of other gases in smaller amounts. These gases are carbon dioxide, neon, argon, helium, hydrogen and more other gases. Air also contains smoke and water vapor in quantities that change with weather, temperature, time and pollution levels. Next, we are going to discuss about one of the most important gas present in the air is oxygen. Oxygen is needed for all living things for breathing and respiration. Why do we need oxygen? We need oxygen. We need oxygen to live, and without it all living things would die. Next is, we are going to discuss about oxygen cycle. So this oxygen cycle, how oxygen is recycled in the atmosphere. Let us discuss about in detail. Yes, see here, the carbon dioxide produced by plants, carbon dioxide produced by plants and animals through respiration is absorbed by, carbon dioxide is produced by animals and human beings, is taken by the plants for photosynthesis to prepare food. During photosynthesis, oxygen will be given out by plants and it is released in the air. This oxygen again it is utilized by the plants, animals and human beings for the respiration. Like this only the oxygen cycle, this is known as oxygen cycle. Now let us discuss how it is taking place. The carbon dioxide produced by plants and animals through respiration is absorbed by plants. It is absorbed by plants to make their food in the presence of sunlight through the process of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis, the plants gives out oxygen. During photosynthesis, oxygen is given out into the air. This oxygen goes into the atmosphere and is available for us to breathe. This is known as the oxygen cycle. Is it clear, children? See, plants also use oxygen for respiration. Plants during photosynthesis, it gives out carbon dioxide. Photosynthesis gives out oxygen during photosynthesis, but it takes oxygen for respiration. So plants also oxygen for respiration, but they produce many times the amount of oxygen during photosynthesis. Is it clear, children? Now let us discuss one activity about that. Oxygen makes up 21% of oxygen. Oxygen makes up 21% of air. For performing this activity, we need a measuring cylinder and some steel wool from the kitchen, a trough filled with water. This is the trough. It is filled with the water and blocks to place the measuring cylinder on. To place the measuring cylinder on. What do you do with these materials, children? First, you push the steel wool. You push the steel wool to the bottom of the measuring cylinder. Then turn the cylinder upside down. You turn the cylinder upside down so that it stands on the blocks in the trough containing water with its mouth below the surface of the water. Now note down the reading. Watch the level of the water for the next week and note down the readings. And note down the readings. What do you find, children? After 1 week, you can see the water level. See here, this is the okay. So the level of water rises in the measuring cylinder. The level of water rises in the measuring cylinder. What do you conclude? And also you can see the steel will become rusted. The steel will become brown in color. It gets rusted. How does it get rusted? Because the oxygen in the air reacts with the iron contained in the steel wool to form iron oxide. So the oxygen in the air reacts with the iron in the wool to form iron oxide. The oxide is formed. How the oxide is formed? By using up the oxygen in the air. So the oxide, that means iron oxide, is formed by using the oxygen in the air. If you see how much of 21% of the air is made of oxygen, which is used up in making the iron oxide. So 21% of oxygen is used up in making the oxide. So water rises to fill this empty space in the cylinder. So this activity shows that air consists of 21% of oxygen. Next, one of the gases is nitrogen. Air is made up of 78% of nitrogen, but it is not needed for burning or for breathing, but it is used by plants for their growth. See here, the nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere cannot utilized by the plants as it is. So it has to be converted into nitrogen containing compounds. What is nitrogen fixation? The process of converting. What is nitrogen fixation? The process of converting atmospheric nitrogen, conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into nitrogen containing compounds, that is easily available for the plants to take the nitrogen containing compounds. Nitrogen containing compounds. This is known as which are easily utilized by the plants. This is known as nitrogen fixation. Is it clear, children? So the plants they does not take the atmospheric nitrogen, so it has to be converted into nitrogen containing compounds which are easily utilized by the plants for the growth. Next is nitrogen cycle. What do you mean by nitrogen cycle? It is a systematic natural process that atmospheric nitrogen fixed into the soil in the form of a nitrogen containing compounds which are utilized by the utilized by the plants in the soil and then to the animals and then again back to air or soil involving nitrogen fixation and decay. So let us see how nitrogen cycle takes place. So here atmospheric nitrogen is converted into nitrogen by means of some bacteria. That nitrogen will be taken by the plants through the soil to make proteins, to produce proteins. Is it clear? So the atmospheric nitrogen will not be utilized by the plants as such. It should be converted into nitrogen containing compounds, and then nitrogen, that easily utilized nitrogen, will be taken by the plants to make proteins. These plants were eaten by the animals. So eaten by the animals to produce protein and amino acid. It produce proteins and amino acids. Is it clear? So when these plants and animals die, the decomposer act on this nitrogen and releases the nitrogen again into the soil. Then some of this nitrogen is absorbed by the plants. Again it is absorbed by the plants. But some, it will be converted into nitrates and then released into the atmosphere. So these nitrates, it will be converted into nitrate gas and released into the atmosphere. Again this nitrate gas is mixed with the water in the atmosphere and it comes down to the soil as a rain. This is known as nitrogen cycle. Is it clear, children? I hope you have understood. To receive our online lesson, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you, children.